Well, the humidity's still a factor on this fall afternoon, but no rain in the forecast. That's the good news as you look inside Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. These guys coming off a win to push their record to 2-1 here in the first month of the season. Then on the other side, you've got Jaguars head coach Liam Cohen. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's taken in by Golden. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. On play action, they'll throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Ready?
They'll run on first down. Johnston. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll find Everett there, complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Colts 29-yard line.
Now back to throw. Finds Johnston. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll try the left side. It's Johnston. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 44 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon.
Like what we saw right there, good running down near the goal line because that was a really good drive. They were able to possess the ball, have some early success moving it downfield, and then clearly the most important thing, finishing things off with the ball in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Now they can't bring him down. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. The numbers for Williams a week ago: 22 carries, 92 yards.
We all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
Ready! Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Cowboy 80.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, are going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork. And if you want to get to the playoffs, if you want to have a big push, you have to have that on your squad. 1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. Call it a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
At their 48-yard line.
Now a give right side. It's Johnston. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
Come on, come on.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he will have a Jaguars first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Alert! Alert!
They'll try the left side. Johnston. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt.
This is taken at the 15. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Come on. Hit. Wrap all 80.
Looking to throw. Pitts will try to pick it up himself. And he is caught. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. First reception for him, and remember, he leads the NFL in that category here in this first month. Also has a 1st down. Now we give up the middle to Williams.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Set. Tap the 60. Tap the 60. Go.
Back to throw. Pitts. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Cougar 19.
Looking to throw. Pitts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hayes. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
The Colts had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they moved back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Let's go now. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
They hand off to their big tight end.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
A gain of 5. 1st down, Colts.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Back to throw. Pitts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
The 13-yard line.
70 Timberwolves.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This is 2nd and 8.
Come on, come on. Hit. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Looking to throw. Pitts. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Colts are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Bronco 80. Go.
Williams is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown.
And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Able to slither by. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of points, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. After that last score we just saw, now 14 to 7, so a chance to march down the field here and try to tie this football game.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Cowboy 80.
Throwing to start the drive. Pitts. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Ready? Cougar 19. Steady.
Back to throw. Pitts. Over the middle, complete. It's Hayes. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it's second down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Operating from the gun. Pitts. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43.
Ready? Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Looking to throw. Pitts. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 40-yard line.
19, 18. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Bust through the tackle. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
70 Timberwolves.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up second and
Now a second and 2.
24-yard line.
70 Lions.
They give it to Williams, running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Let's go.
Back to throw. Pitts. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. On the throw, letting too much that time. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Travis Hunter. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, here we go.
And the Jaguars first down.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Johnston. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and
Looking to throw. So they get a traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Ready, go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
3rd and 15.
He had some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's Austin McNamara now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Bison, 60 Bison.
Throwing to start the drive. Pitts. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Looking to throw. Pitts.
Now he's going to step up and run.
On the left side, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Ready, ready. 19 Charger, 19 Charger.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Back to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And that will get a right up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Cougar 19.
They'll look to throw again.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this 1st half.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. This, the first official Sunday of fall, the final week before byes kick in. A full schedule of 16 games on tap. Let's roll. Our look around the league starts now, and it starts with a good one here. And this is the Titans running back. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. The Titans bounce back from the loss in Week 3. They move to 3-1 with the W. From there, why don't we go out to the space city of Houston, looking in on the Texans as they play host to the Chicago Bears. And this is C.J. Stroud. He'll throw for the back pylon and find his man for the score. This one's gone to halftime, and it's the Texans looking for their first win after 3 straight losses. They lead at the break. Lastly, let's go out to Arrowhead. The Chiefs taking on the Carolina Panthers. And it's the Panthers quarterback. He's going to do it himself. Takes it into the end zone. 11-yard touchdown. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. In the game you're watching, not much to separate these two sides through 2 quarters. A 1-point game at the half as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, it resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Go! Pat the 60, pat the 60. Go!
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
2nd and 4. Now let's have this and run. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go. Bronco 80.
Back to throw. Pitts. Got a man and he hits him in stride.
From the 31, here's 2nd and a couple.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready,
Up the middle, it's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Come on. Cougar 19. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down. Pitts. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Colts.
Get it. Viking 18. Ready.
Looking to throw. Pitts. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Colts have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. The offense at the line and set to go. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves.
They begin the drive with Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Back to throw. Pitts. Throw left side complete. That's Hayes. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
70, let's go.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
2nd down in the yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Ready. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Got it, ready.
And the Colts, first down.
Go.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard
Pat the
line.
60, pat the 60.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And down to the 36-yard line here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Okay, ready?
7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Come on. Set. Cowboy 80. Go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Here we go. Set. 19, Charger, 19.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
16 yards. And the Colts first down.
Cougar 19.
Operating from the gun. Pitts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Let's go.